This conflict here, we're finding that our cases are tougher. They're more complex. And that's because the reality of the war, the high energy explosives that we see from the IEDs, are delivering a soldier that is in fact has an injury that is disabling. We are seeing a large number of cases involving PTSD and TBI, and it's something that the department has attempted to go out and educate the force so that everyone is aware. First of all, soldiers get education, leaders get educated in recognizing the injury, and we take that information as well as we judge cases.
Oh, son of a...
In Daniel Webb's case, Smith believes his rating was low because his disability is caused by pain.
They don't rate limitation of motion if the limitation is based on pain. Only if there's a mechanical reason why the arm or leg, or back in this case, can't move to the normal range.
Sergeant Webb did appeal his 10% rating, but failed to get a higher one. The Army would not comment specifically on Webb's case, but they say they take great pains to treat each case carefully and independently.
We go painstakingly through each document, and often soldiers appear to us in person to explain their injuries or provide clarifying information, and that's what we use in order to make that determination. We don't get it right 100% of the time. Our system is run by humans, but we try 100% of the time to get it right. And we also provide the soldier with an opportunity to appeal decisions made by our process. We have numerous opportunities for that, and we ensure that the soldier clearly understands that.
But for many soldiers like Webb, the process of ongoing appeals is overwhelming.
I ain't got time to wait. I've got to get on with my life. I've got 3 kids I've got to be responsible for, and I took the severance and we'll just move on.
Because Webb's rating didn't meet the 30% threshold, his 3 children are no longer eligible for health care coverage.
They just kind of toss you out to the side, you know, they can't use you anymore, so they just kind of like this, you know, hey, you've done your job, thanks for your service, good luck in your life, and, you know, move on. Do I agree with that? No, that's just my opinion. Do I regret anything I've done in the Army? No, I love it. Everything I've done, I've loved it.
Or do you think it's a good system the way it is?
Betty Ann, every system deserves change. And when you look at a soldier in the eye, if you don't feel that it needs to be changed, something's wrong with you. We think it needs to be changed, and we're doing that. We're fixing what we find in the system. For instance, right here in the Physical Disability Agency, we've done a top-to-bottom review of all of our policies to make sure they aren't disadvantaging soldiers.
Once medically discharged, the veteran starts the process of applying for disability compensation all over again at the Department of Veterans Affairs. But the VA has encountered huge backlogs in its claims process, and its disability ratings can vary greatly from the Department of Defense's ratings.
It's simply a matter of 2 agencies, the Department of Defense and the Department of Veterans Affairs, looking at identical facts, applying exactly the same law, and coming up with vastly different disability ratings. There's something very wrong.
Advocates are concerned that the discrepancy reflects an effort on the part of the Department of Defense to hold down ratings and thus hold down costs.
There's lots of concern in the veteran community that it's budget driven. There was an article in the Wall Street Journal several years ago when a Deputy Secretary of Defense stated that if disabilities from military service continued at the current rate, that the cost would undermine the country's ability to defend itself.
It's a charge Brigadier General Reuben Jones vehemently denies.
Not one meeting that I've been to, not one session that I've been to, not one hearing that I've attended with a soldier has the comment of holding down ratings ever comes up. It never comes up. It never has.
Daniel Webb plans to use his severance check toward the purchase of an RV for his family, while he explores what his next job will be.
Earlier today, a coalition of Iraq War veterans filed a class action lawsuit in federal court against the Department of Veteran Affairs. It focused on several key issues raised in Betty Ann's report. The group contends the government has not provided disability benefits in a timely manner or adequate mental health care for veterans. The Department of Veterans Affairs said the agency is committed to meeting those needs.